G'day, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
My name's Matthew Quinn. This is my partner, Gavin Sykes.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got one dead male.
Yeah. Oh, you got to get the fingerprinting done?
It's okay, we're going to wait for crime scene.
Yep.
So what have we got here?
Oh, we've got a dead body on the deck of the boat shed. It's a single gunshot wound.
Right.
The son, Harry Ford, said that he surprised an intruder. They struggled.
Right.
And the gun went off by accident.
Got an ID? What's it down here?
Yeah, it's just down here, Jack. Yeah, waiting for crime scene. Family say they've never seen the guy before.
There you go.
Hey guys.
How's it going? Oh, look. You know, some people have no luck at all. Look, he's bald and dead. So what's this guy after? What was he going to steal in here? What, a boat?
Oh, the family don't own a boat. Yeah, the boat shed hasn't been used in years. The joists are all rotten.
What are you doing, Jack? Why don't you just leave that for crime scene?
No, I'm not after the gun. No, this guy's got a wallet in his back pocket. I just want to find out where he's from. Oh, shit.
So how'd the forensic boys take it?
Forensic went ballistic.
Contaminating a crime scene's one thing, but totally demolishing it, it's a new one. Even for Jack.
Okay, so we've got what, a corpse, a gun, anything else?
Well, if you could bring up the rest of the planks, that would be nice, thanks.
Great, soggy splinters. Oh, fantastic.
We were rolling around and the gun went off. I thought it was me. I thought I'd been shot. You read about this happening to other people?
My son was defending himself.
But you didn't actually see it happen, did you, Mrs. Ford?
She was in the house, plus she's deaf as a post.
Excuse me, he's asking me. I was in the house with the radio on, and I didn't know anything about it until Harry came banging on the back door.
Right, and what did you do then?
What do you think I did? I went and had a look.
Where were you, Mrs. Munro?
She was in a bedroom.
OK, so, but none of you had ever actually seen this man before?
I've been burgled before. Maybe he came back for a second go.
When were you burgled?
About 3 weeks ago, they took all my silverware.
Oh, God, here we go again.
If these people had been doing their job properly, they'd have got him then.
OK, did you check for anything else that's missing?
Well, I checked. No, there's nothing else missing.
Who's going to pay for my boat shed? I know you did it, so don't try and wriggle out of it.
Yeah, dark blue Subaru, registration number AFZ92R. That is Alpha Foxtrot Zulu 92 Romeo.
That's it.
Have they recovered the victim yet?
Still fishing him out.
Oi, I'm the victim here.
Hey, Quinn said to tell you the wallet had no ID in it.
All right, fine, thanks.
He also said something about having to ignore the splinters in the body as a cause of death.
Aren't you meant to be in court?
Lunch break.
All right, OK. Why do you come make yourself useful?
Very nice work, Jack.
I got off the water taxi at the wharf and started walking up towards the house. The sun caught something in the boat shed, made it flash. I went to check it out.
So why? What'd you go in there for?
Oh, there's nothing in there. I was curious. As I went through the door, this guy jumped me.
So you were fighting for your life?
I'm no hero and I'm not much of a fighter, but had no choice.
Oh, come on, Harry. Come on. You know, don't sell yourself short. You got the gun off him.
No, I didn't. He was trying to point at me. It must have gone off when he was pointing at him.
So you were visiting your mum at 7 o'clock in the morning. What do you think it was, Mother's Day? What was going on there?
I have a job. Had a job.
Why the water taxi, Harry?
Oh, car's playing up.
So it was an urgent visit then, was it?
Oh, yeah, Dolly said Mum's been forgetting things lately. Oh, I was worried. What are you getting at? I could have been killed.
Well, you weren't, and he was, so we may be charging you with murder.
I'm on Harry's side, you know. Anyone breaks into my house, they've got to rely on my instincts.
Oh,
Bang.
don't worry, you'll get off on self-defence.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Judge Sinclair.
Yeah, OK. See you later.
Yep. Christy.
I've found a car that doesn't belong in the street. It's a ute. Yeah, it's registered to a Sam Arcady. He's 22 years old. There's a logo on the car that suggests that he's a handyman. I've got an address for him. It's a boarding house.
Anyone home?
Yeah, got these of the landlord.
Right, I ran Arcady through cops. He's clean.
What do you want?
We're looking for Sam Arcady.
Police, are you?
No, I'm a shoe salesman. You live here?
Yeah.
What's your name?
What do you want with Sam?
You know where he is?
I wouldn't know.
Thanks very much.
Whoa.
Sam's got something on his mind.
Well, Sam was into murder. I mean, these are all hits of one kind or another.
Well, there's no law against being a sick bastard.
Jack.
Right, that confirms it. He's a dead guy in the boat shed.
You blokes ought to get stuck into the landlord. There's cockroaches all over the kitchen and there's no wheelchair access.
OK, just stay there, thanks. You want to get on the landlord, Mick? Tell him this place is now a crime scene. The room's got to be sealed.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me?
All right. Thank you.
What's happened to him?
OK, we have a dead body, which may or may not be Sam Arcady.
Emily, what do you want?
Are you angry?
Confused. You know, you were here, you drive away, you say goodbye, you just piss off.
Look, I'm sorry. Okay, it had nothing to do with you, Mick. I got word Gina had run away from school. I had to go up north and sort it out.
So why didn't you just tell me that?
Because I lied to you. Gina's not my sister, she's my daughter.
She's your daughter.
My parents raised her, and I was big sister. I should have told her the truth years ago. I wanted her to hear it from me.
But now she's found out.
That's her father. His name's Warren Reith. He came looking and he told her the truth before I could. And now she's here with him and he's making sure she hates me.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Emily, you know. But I can't do anything for you. You need a lawyer or Department of Community Services.
Lawyers, welfare, they're useless, Mick, if she doesn't want to leave him. He's a really bad guy. Okay, I feel sick at the thought of what could happen to her.
How bad?
7 years ago, Warren killed a man.
How do you know that, Emily?
Will you do something about it?
You haven't answered my question.
His name was Anthony Baroni. Just please check it out, Mick, please.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Sir. Doesn't look like Jack's told him about the boat ramp yet.
Nah, he's way too happy.
Well, I hope I'm on patrol when he does, though.
So do I.
Mick, what do you got on Sam Arcady? Hey, this is Baroni.
Oh, I heard something. I was just checking it out. It's an old case.
Yeah, tell him this before my time.
Guys, I've got Arcadie's savings account here. This guy was struggling, right? There's no transaction here over $200 except for, hang on, 5 days ago. Yeah, there it is. A deposit of $2,500 in cash.
Oh, nobody would pay him $2.5 for odd jobs as a handyman.
I think we've got to find out whether the Fords have hired any tradesmen recently. I think it's a burglary gone wrong.
Well, Denise Ford and her sister saw the body. They didn't recognise him.
Yeah, but maybe he was working with somebody else and that someone cased the Ford place.
OK, so the house is inhabited. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. He's planning to do a robbery. I mean, what does that sound like to you?
Rank amateur.
Yeah. Now, Arcadie was obsessed with hitmen.
What if the obsession wasn't enough? He wanted to make it real.
No, I don't wear it. OK, maybe Arcadie was crazy enough to want to shoot someone, but who in their right mind is going to pay him to do it? We're trying to find something that might connect the dead man with this house, Mrs. Munro.
You can call me Dolly.
Right. Have you had any work done recently?
No.
Oh, right there.
Yep.
Yeah, anything at all, you know, any handyman, any tradesmen in the last few months?
Oh, not while I've been here. You can ask Denise when she gets back, but good luck. Toss of a coin whether she can remember what she had for breakfast this morning.
Where is she?
Well, Harry didn't make bail. So Mummy's gone to help out, as usual.
Sounds like you don't approve.
Oh, Harry's hopeless. God help me if I say anything like that in front of Denise. She had one husband and got this place. I had 3 husbands and got left with a whole lot of wonderful memories. Yeah, but it's not real estate, is it?
Listen, can you think of anyone who might have a grudge against your sister?
Darling, when you're a pensioner, people don't have grudges against you, they just ignore you.
Anyone that want to harm you? Well, we have to cover all possibilities, Dolly.
I've got a woman downstairs threatening to sue us over the destruction of a boat ramp. What happened?
Well, it's a bit hard to say, sir.
Well, she seems to think that Jack blew it up. G'day, Mick.
Well, no, it wasn't like that, sir.
No. What was it like?
Arcadie's computer?
Yeah, OK, he's using passwords to get around, but so far they're pretty easy to crack.
Oh, nice one. Oh, excuse me, Helen. Yeah, Riley? Oh, hi. How are you? Yeah, OK. All right, I'll meet you there. Bye. Helen?
Oh, this just reads like a chamber of horrors.
Well, maybe I should just leave you with the rest of this stuff. Check out associates. Any connection to the Ford family? Yeah. So I'll just leave it with you then?
Right. Mick, no!
Thanks for coming.
That's all right. Anthony de Baroni's body was washed up on 7 Shillings Beach about 7 years ago, with a single gunshot wound to the head. He was a known drug dealer. I mean, there were a number of suspects questioned, but Warren Reith wasn't one of them, Emily. Is that Warren?
Yeah.
Emily.
Well, that's Gina with him.
Why would a 2-bit crim suddenly want his teenage daughter living with him?
Money. He found out my business was making money. He said he'd send her home for $10,000. I paid, and now he wants 20. That's when I came to you. Baroni was killed in a brothel on Crown Street. They took the body away, got rid of it, got rid of the gun.
What's the name of the brothel?
Scheherazade. It's gone now.
How do you know about this, Emily?
I used to work there. I was a receptionist, that's all. You can believe it or not, it doesn't matter.
So you witnessed the murder, yeah?
One of the other girls did.
And what's her name?
Jodie Burns. She called herself Crystal, but I don't know where she is now.
I don't want him in my house. Vandal. First you charged my son with murder and now you're harassing me.
Mrs. Ford, a man was killed here yesterday. He came here with a gun. And I want to find out who or what he was after.
I thought he was a robber.
And possibly. But the sooner you answer my questions, the sooner I can get on with my job and find out.
That'd be a nice change. What do you want to know?
My assets. Do you carry any life insurance?
We both do. My policy name's Denise.
Mrs. Ford, who's your beneficiary?
Mine goes to Harry.
My wife, Judith, inherits my life insurance.
Bitch! Why haven't you changed your policy?
I can't, Mum. Her lawyers have frozen everything until the property's settled.
She hates Harry. She'll take you for everything you've got.
We don't think Harry was the target. Nobody knew he was here yesterday.
Oh. Judith knew.
He was here about 6:30 a.m. Said he wanted to borrow the car to visit the old bat.
All right.
I told him to borrow a broomstick.
So, you don't get on with Denise?
She's hated me from the day she met me. She's always let Harry get away with murder.
Interesting way of putting it.
Harry's a loser. He put us in debt financing his stupid business deals. I've had enough. I reckon Mummy might have finally knocked him back this time.
Mrs. Ford, do you know a man called Sam O'Cady?
Never heard of him.
So what happened to Can't Wear It? It's a bungled burglary.
My words have been taken out of context here. I queried who'd be crazy enough to hire Arcady, and I think I found someone.
Emily.
God, she's back.
I don't know what she looks like now, but... That's Crystal.
Okay.
Crystal was terrified that night. So was I. I quit the next day.
Does Warren know that you know about his part in Baroni's murder?
I don't think so. For Warren to come back after 7 years, it's just about money. He saw some photo of me in an article about my internet business.
Hey, Jack. Emily Sadler, this is Jack Christie.
Hi.
How you doing? Excuse me, mate, a word?
Yeah, sure. Excuse me.
So it's back on, is it?
Oh, it's the Baroni murder case. Emily gave me some information on it.
See, I always thought there's something left-handed about her.
What?
Yeah, just hang on, shut up, right, and listen. There's 3 unwritten laws in this job. You never sleep with your partner. You never first into a dark room. And you never believe a good-looking woman when she says, trust me.
Emily Sadler. This is Alex Sinclair.
Hi. Hi. I should just go.
Oh, no, please don't. Can you just wait downstairs for me? I'll be down in a minute. Thanks, Emily.
So it's back on, is it?
Well, if it's on or if it's not on, that's none of your business, Jack. Either yours, Alex.
Hey, I'm not the one who dumped you.
Hey, it's a free country. Anyone can make the same mistake twice. Hey, you're dribbling.
Bit tense in here, is it?
No.
No? Come with me. Okay. Arcadi's activities on the net confirms what we already know, that he was into hitmen. Okay? It's mostly magazine files, newspaper files, stuff like that. And I tell you what, he's not the only sicko who got off on it either. There are heaps of websites.
Oh, so what's the news?
Okay. This guy had his own website. And the thing that stands out about it is that it's like a shrine to one man, William Russell, a.k.a. Billy the Kid.
Holy dooly.
Oh, you know him?
Oh, only by reputation. I still went behind the ears when they put Billy away. But look, he's got 12 deaths to his credit that weren't proved, and they got him on the 13th.
I wonder he appealed to Arcady.
Right on.
Oh, my God. Billy. Mr. Russell.
I thought you'd be back.
Sam Arcady was a big fan of yours. You didn't tell us that yesterday.
I'd appreciate some identification if it's not too much trouble.
Detective Jack Christie, Detective Alex Sinclair, Sydney Water Police.
Weren't quite so formal yesterday, were you? When you thought I was just some old fart.
I didn't recognise you, Billy.
Mr. Russell to you. You haven't earned the right to call me Billy.
You got a big mouth for someone on parole.
What are you going to do? Confiscate the wheelchair?
Tell us about Sam Arcady.
Why should I tell you anything?
You'll tell me anything I want to know, you miserable old bastard. I haven't got time to waste, Billy.
The kid wanted to know about the old days. He liked the old days. He understood respect.
Did he have any visitors, Mr. Russell?
She speaks. In the old days, he'd have had you making the tea.
Hey, just answer the questions, Billy.
He didn't have any mates.
Do you own a gun?
Never saw one.
Did you inspire him, Billy, or was he having a go himself?
You can see yourselves out.
I'll tell you when we're done.
I have to go to the lavatory. Or you can stand there and watch me piss myself. Mr. Christie.
It's not every day you get to meet a genuine monster.
Yeah, I don't think he appreciates your charm.
Oh, we can't all lay him in the aisles with a smile like our Mick.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all we're getting out of Billy.
Yeah, there's no need. See, Billy was only the inspiration, but who paid Sam Arcady $2.5 grand?
Well, Sam's not advertising his services on his website, right? So maybe his phone records can tell us something?
OK, we're going to have to check out the course made from the payphone inside. List of tenants. We'll have to talk to everyone.
This flat isn't your name, Miss Burns. You're a hard person to find.
It's the way I like it.
7 years ago, you were a sex worker in a brothel called Scheherazade in Crown Street. Is that correct?
Why are you doing this to me?
Anthony Baroni, Crystal, you have to tell him what you told me.
I haven't been Crystal in 7 years. Don't call me that. I don't have to tell him anything.
7 years ago, Anthony Baroni was murdered. Now, if you don't cooperate, what am I supposed to think? That you were more than a witness? How complicated do you want to make this?
Look, I'm sorry, OK? I had to.
I am not putting my neck on the block for you.
For someone who was terrified, you didn't run very far. What do you work out of this flat, do you? Maybe Vice would be interested in that, Miss Burns.
It's Dr. Burns, you bastard. I was a medical student 7 years ago. I had a degree to finish.
Then why don't you tell me what happened that night, Dr. Burns?
I don't know what she's talking about, Detective.
Well, that got us nowhere.
Mick, the gun that killed Baroni, I think I know where it is.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
It's Crystal's story. I wanted you to hear it from her. I thought you would believe it if you heard it from her.
So a gun, yeah, Mick?
Yeah, it's a gun. It's been down there for about 7 years.
All right. You realise it's not going to be much use to you after 7 years, don't you?
No, I realise that, Woodsy, but it's still evidence.
Well, ours but to do and dive.
She's right, Emily, OK? This gun's useless. If it can't be fired, then we can't match the bullet that killed Baroni.
So this is pointless.
So where are you going?
You say you haven't got a case against him. I am going over there and I'm going to offer Warren whatever it takes to get Gina back.
Emily, you cannot let him blackmail you.
What else am I supposed to do, Mick? Gina, can you please just come with me? Gina, just let me...
Get away from here! I'm not coming with
Gina.
you!
Gina, yeah, get back inside. Come on, I'll sort it out. Come on. This is harassment.
The day she comes back home, you get your 20,000.
Who's this geezer? New boyfriend, is it? Looks like an accountant.
Warren, how much do you want?
Well, you putting a price on our little girl? I'm a bit shocked.
30,000.
Tell you what, we'll get together later without Bozo here. We'll have a bit of a chat about Gina's long-term future.
You're gonna bleed me forever, aren't you?
Shut up. I never taught you about no money. Although, She'll get this sorted out, darling, because Gina keeps asking, you know, what Mummy did way back when.
You bastard!
And I can't remember, well, whether you ran a desk or wore out a mattress.
Yeah, what about what Daddy did, Warren? Have you told her that? Have you told her about Anthony Baroni?
What?
And those other lowlives you used to hang out with?
High maintenance, mate.
I screwed up, I'm sorry.
Well, he knows what you're up to now.
You don't know that.
He knows, Emily. Why would Gina want to live with a lowlife like him?
She only remembers him as the fun guy. When she was little, he used to play with her. He was really good with her. What, is there a problem?
Let's find out.
Stop right there! Police, put your hands on the wheel and turn your engine off. Get out of the car.
Please, I'm sorry.
Get out of the car. My name's Detective Michael Riley. I'm from the Sydney Water Police. What's your name?
Cynthia Roddy.
Okay, you got any ID on you, Cynthia? Why were you following me?
I thought you were working for Warren Reith.
Why would I be working for him?
Warren Reith deals drugs at rave parties. My son died after one of those parties.
How do you know he's a dealer?
I belong to a parents' group. Save Our Kids.
Mrs. Roddy, I'm very sorry for your loss. But what you're doing is outright dangerous. Now go home, now.
Seems to match the description, the location, and it's the only gun that was there.
Yeah, well, you're always coming up with the goods, aren't you, Woodsy?
I am, Mick, I am.
Mick?
You want to take this?
Yeah, I'll take it up forensic. Emily, do you want to come with me?
Nice of you to drop by and fill me in on what's going on, mate.
Well, we found the gun, Chief.
Yeah, so I heard. Useless as evidence, of course. Still, I imagine you would have anticipated that.
I had to follow it up.
I don't want the divers wasting their time. And I expect you to understand when an investigation is going nowhere.
Sir?
Just get all the information you've got and put it on my desk, ASAP, Riley.
Yes, Chief.
Really gives you an indication where it's hidden. Look at that.
Garrett, when you've wrapped up the Sam Arcady case, I want to have a talk to you about a certain boat shed, mate.
Righto, but listen, it's possible Arcady was planning to kill someone, you know.
I thought you said it was a bungled burglary.
Well, you know, his next-door neighbour was William Russell.
William Russell. Ah, Billy the Kid.
Yeah, one and only.
I thought he was still in the nick.
No, he got out a while ago on health grounds. I think he's waiting for a hip replacement or something.
Well, who was Arcady after? It's my son, Harry Ford.
Maybe. No, see, Harry's wife was due to collect on his insurance payout. She knew he was going to be at the Ford place. On the other hand, Harry was going to collect big time if his mum dies.
Right. Well, the forensic report supported Harry's story, that there was a struggle. I mean, he hired Arcady. Why would he tackle him in the boathouse?
Well, he might have lost his nerve trying to call it off.
You got any evidence yet? I mean, you got anything at all?
Yes.
Phone records from Arcady's boarding house. I've broken it down for
Oh,
you.
thanks, Constable.
Come on, make the inspector's day. Come on. What you got?
There's only 2 numbers on here. He called the Pizza Hut and his internet provider.
Oh, bugger.
Hang on. 2 calls were made to the Ford house from the public phone of the boarding house. The question is, who was it to, Dolly or Denise? There they are.
Well, I got the answer to that, the one with the motive to kill, and that's Denise.
A mother would hire a hitman to kill her own son, really?
So she was senile and cold-hearted. Denise, you knew Sam Arcady. He phoned your house twice last week.
This is a cover-up.
You mean a setup?
No, a cover-up. I'm not stupid. You destroyed my boat shed and you think you can wriggle out of the responsibility.
Denise, we've got the phone records.
You didn't ever get any of my silverware back.
Denise.
Mrs. Ford, do you?
Harry owed you money, right? You didn't ever think you were going to get it back. And although you were mistaken, you thought you were going to collect on the life insurance if something happened to your son.
I hope you're insured, because I'm going to sue you. My boat shed, my silverware.
You'd do yourself a favour by
Oh,
just
look,
telling us...
excuse me, listen to yourself. Load of rubbish.
Bunch of old bags.
Yeah, right, OK, but do you recognise any of them? Did any of them come to visit Sam?
No.
Right, how about her? That's Denise Ford. Did Sam ever mention her?
No.
OK, how about her? Dolly Munro. She wears a wig now.
Not your day, Mr. Christie.
Just behave yourself, Billy. Any luck?
No, none of the tenants have seen her. There's still a couple at work we need to check.
See, if we can't establish a link between Denise and Arcady, we got nothing.
Oh, well, theoretically, they never had to meet at all. I mean, they could have done the business over the phone. She could have sent the money in the post.
No,
why not?
It's all too careful. I mean, everything about this case is strictly amateurish.
No, but we can't even trace this money, Jack. I mean, you know, it hasn't come from Denise's bank account. We checked that. What do you want to do? You want to question her again?
Oh, why? And listen to her go through that crazed old bat routine again. Look, if I hear the words boat shed or silverware again, I'm going to shoot her.
She is going on and on about that burglary, isn't she? She's protesting too much.
What, you reckon she faked the burglary?
Yeah, she unloads the silverware to pay the hitman in cash. It'd be worth checking the pawnbrokers.
I don't want to deal with that. I think you're going to have to take it yourself. Oh, Jack, the silverware robbery, you're out of luck.
I just want the report.
There is no report.
What?
No burglary, no one attended, no report.
Yeah, she's seen it.
No, I haven't.
But am I going crazy? You're standing there, you're faxing the list of stolen items to pawnbrokers.
No,
Yeah?
Michael got the information from Denise and her sister. I didn't think to look at the report. It's my fault. I should have checked with cops.
Yeah, and Mick should have checked with cops when we first learned about the burglary. Instead, he's lost his mind in some hormonal fog.
Is what?
He's not operating properly.
At least he didn't drown a corpse.
Hang on. This is not helping the investigation.
It's okay. It's okay. If Denise lied about the burglary, then I've got her. Mrs. Ford, Mrs. Munro.
She's dead. Denise is dead.
I don't know what happened. I came home and found her like that.
Where had you been, Mrs. Munro?
I work at the Women's Rest Centre in the afternoons. Oh, God.
Was the front door open or closed when you came home? Look, this is very important, Mrs. Munro. I'm sorry.
Open, yeah. I'm sure it was open.
Okay.
Oh, God, what am I going to do? Oh, Harry. Oh, Gabby. Oh.
Mr. Ford, do you mind telling me where you were this afternoon?
I was at an office in North Sydney with my lawyer and my wife's lawyer. Satisfied?
Sorry.
Look, the gun is definitely useless. I mean, without Crystal's statement, I don't have anything to go on. I have nothing to charge Warren with. I've got nowhere to go.
What about the drugs, then? Can't you follow up what that woman told you?
Listen, I dropped Warren's name to the Drug Enforcement Agency, OK? Whatever he's into, they're after bigger fish.
You can't drop this investigation. He is dealing drugs and my daughter is in that house.
Emily, I do not have a good enough reason to go in there to my boss and say I want to continue this case. It's not my choice.
See, hormonal fog.
Mr. Simons is here. Sorry, the pawnbroker.
Okay. Mr. Simons, thanks for getting in touch. I'm Detective Christie, Detective Sinclair.
Pleasure.
So you think you may have been sold the silverware we're interested in?
It was all above board. I don't deal any other way. I told Mrs. Ford I'd need proof of ownership.
Right. And you got those papers there?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Certainly.
Denise Ford's signature.
Okay, can you confirm for us which of these women here was the woman that sold you the silverware?
Yes, this one.
Sure about that?
Ah, yes, certainly. I remember the big earrings and the wig.
You took advantage of Denise's failing memory. You told your sister there'd been a robbery and the police were investigating, and you sold the silverware.
I thought I'd get 5,000 for the silverware, but I only got 3. I promised him 5.
Just give us a name.
No, I can't pay him the rest. He'll be after me next.
A name.
I had a life, you know. Oh, yes, I did. Money, parties, the works. Then the money went, the parties stopped, and I had nothing. So Denise took me in.
Just give us the name of the person you hired to murder your sister.
Billy.
Billy Russell.
You see, I was Dolly Cox in '68. My first husband knew Billy. That's how I got to know him. And 6 months ago, when I heard he got out of jail, I got in touch.
So where does Sam or Katie fit into this?
Well, it's supposed to be Billy in the boat shed.
In his wheelchair?
No, he only uses that when his hip plays up. He was meant to be there. 7 every morning, Denise always watered the back garden. Because now Billy's finished the job, he's going to want his money, and I can't pay him. He'll kill me. Mark my words, I'll be the next one to be dead.
Get many visitors in.
No, that's it.
All right.
Oh.
First time Thank you.
The old bastard's left his wheelchair. He's not as helpless as he seems.
Yeah, he's using a cane. The landlord said he was heading for the park.
Oh, he's old, he's sick, he's knackered, but he's the real thing. You forget that, you could be dead.
Think he's armed?
You can't take a chance. You're covering it.
That'll do. Where's the rest?
This is it. It's just me and her.
I see. That's all I'm worth, is it?
After a bit of a showdown, will you? Give me the gun.
Which one of those kiddies do you want on your conscience?
You start shooting, I'll kill you. Then I'll put in a report that you tried to lure one of those kiddies into the dunnies in the park.
What?
Police nail pervert. That's quite an obituary, isn't it?
I never touched a child in my life.
You give me the gun that's murder. You piss me around and I'll make sure you're remembered as a sick bastard.
You disgust me.
Yeah, I know. Not like you to subcontract, Billy.
I had to. Bloody hip seized up on me again. The kid was keen.
Kid was an amateur.
I honoured the contract, though. Billy Russell always honoured the contract. Ask anyone.
Why take the job at all?
Yeah, you come out of stir. The world's changed. You're old. Nobody remembers who you were. There's no respect. I used to walk into a room and people were terrified. Then Dolly comes along, tells me about her sister. It's a job. You've got no idea how good that made me feel. I'd have done the old girl for nothing.
Boy, there. It's beautiful.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
I need your statement about the boat shed.
Oh, that bloody boat shed.
We are being sued.
Jeff, look, the complainant's dead, right? The sister's been charged with conspiracy to murder. There's no
Harry
left.
Ford's following through with it.
I don't believe it. I really don't.
Alex, where's Mick?
How should I know?
Gina was the only person who ever mattered. Mick, I did everything for her. I built a life for her. I protected her. You don't know how many times I wanted to tell her I was her mother. And it never felt right, you know? I was like, no, not yet. And if I had told her the truth then, Warren would never have been able to get to her.
Look, I don't want to give up, Emily, but I just don't know what I can do.
Just talk to Crystal again, Mick, please. If you can convince her that she'll be safe, I know she will tell the truth. Please.
Dr. Burns!
She could be at work.
We'll check the garage, see if the car's there. Emily.
Crystal!
Emily!